Oh gosh.
Never did that before, did it?
Oh, wow.
Hi guys, welcome back to the h.e.r.LIFE BLOGCAST. I wonder if that's in the recording. Is this like a new thing?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. That was kind of odd. That
This
freaked me out a
meeting
bit,
is
but that's
being
okay.
recorded. And it's not just any meeting. It's the h.e.r.LIFE BLOGCAST, and it's not just any episode of the BLOGCAST. It's the Emma birthday special.
Emma's birthday! Woohoo!
Happy birthday, Em. How do you feel?
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you. I actually really love the age of 24. I don't know. The number is just really great. And so if that has anything to say about the year, then I am excited about it because I don't know. The number 23 is just like, oh gosh, okay. 24 is like, okay, you're like almost an adult, like a real adult, you know.
Fair.
24 is Kobe year.
Yeah, exactly.
Kobe, channel Kobe energy.
Always.
I don't mean that like, anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, Emma. I'm excited to celebrate your birthday all episode long, all week long, all month long. October is a month.
Yeah.
We've talked about this already. Okay.
Agreed.
Should we start with some reflection?
Sure.
Emma, do you want to kick us off since it's your birthday?
Oh, sure. I never kick us off. This is fun.
Switching it up.
So for my happy, my mother this is mostly for my mother, but she was very happy to be on the BLOGCAST. She
Yay!
keeps raving about it and keeps texting me, like, when is the YouTube gonna come out? When is the IGTV going to come out? So I'm like, don't worry, Ma, we have to like progressively get our content out there, not all at once, you know.
Exactly.
So very happy about that.
We can't front load the week. We got to space it out for the people. But I love the enthusiasm. I love it. It was such a fun episode to do. I think it's fun to have different perspectives like that. And it still was just so fitting with our brand. I love that we have a brand. No, I was thrilled to have her too. I'm still happy about it. That was a great episode. If you haven't listened yet, check it out. I feel empowered still. It just radiates the energy. Han, I'm going to kick it over to you. What are you happy about, sister?
Sure. So if you've been following along with my bike riding journey, and I definitely do think it's like toning up my like legs and like my whole body really, and it's just making me feel great and powerful and empowered, if you will, and strong, and I feel great. And it's just, you know, it's a fun day of the week to look forward to, and it's with great results. So what's better than fun exercise?
It's called a win-win, baby.
Heck yeah, it is.
Crack the code. No, I'm thrilled. I've never been a biker because I don't know how old I was because I think I blocked out the memory, but I remember so vividly.
Oh.
So that's not true. I didn't block out the memory. I remember it very vividly. Me and my sister were racing down our road, but we live on a dirt road. So it's not like a smooth, you know, you're like a trail woman. You gotta be careful. So I remember I was going so fast and I like just lost control of my bicycle and I hit a rock and I literally flipped.
Oh my God.
And I like skied across the across the dirt road. And like I was just like torn up, like my whole like, oh my God, it was terrible. Like I was mortified. I since that day I have not gotten back on a bike.
Well, I don't blame you. That sounds terrifying.
So bad. Like it was so scary. And then like my sister was scared because I was just crying and she was like, what do we do? And I was like, help. Like I don't know. So it was just like, it was a scarring memory. It wasn't fun for me. I'm not a biker. But
it's okay.
I always thought maybe I'd do like Soul Cycle, stationary, might be good for me.
Did you at least win the race, or?
Well, I think it was like we didn't reach the destination. Sarah stopped fiddling because like I was crying, and I don't know. I remember like what I was wearing. Like I remember it so specifically. It was just so that's a little bit of childhood trauma to kick off the episode.
I'm so sorry.
Like a tandem bike.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
I used to have one when I was a kid, and I was known for just being lazy and not wanting to do any of it. So I just like
I think that's the way. Get a sidecar, get a motorcycle at that point, drive a car. Like I don't mind, you know. Anyway, I'm glad you're biking, Hannah. It's fun to track the journey because it really has been such a journey. What am I happy about this week? Oh, I have a really good one this week. I had a really great weekend again. I feel like we always do like the classic h.e.r. lineup after a particularly exciting and happy weekend of mine. I was in Syracuse, New York. Well, actually, a question for the group. Say the town I just said. Emma, go say it.
Syracuse. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, say it again, Hannah.
Don't think about it. Just say it.
Oh, Syracuse.
Hannah?
Syracuse.
Okay, so you guys say it. Do you think you say it different? Because I think the
Yeah.
difference is like Syracuse, like Sarah, or do you pronounce the Y like
Sear it.
sear, like you sear steak? Is it Syracuse or Syracuse?
I said Syracuse, yeah.
I think I say Syracuse.
I think I am inclined to say Syracuse, but I think it's fancier to say Syracuse. So I found myself saying that. It was like, "Where are you going, Syracuse?"
So what did they say though up there?
Syracuse.
Okay.
Oh.
So I was like, "This isn't as fancy as I expected." So anyway, that was just a little sidebar, but it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful weekend. The weather was perfect. We did fall things. There were apple cider donuts and stuff.
Oh, the best.
It was really fun. Like, I just had such a great time. And I was like back to like now it's just like I'm sitting in Pennsylvania and it's sad, but life goes on. Happy weekend. Em, I'm gonna kick it back to you for your excited.
Sure.
Sorry, that was like a jarring transition.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I was not prepared either. I mean, I should have known. Anyways, I have a 3-day work week this week, and it's going to be nice, but it's also like jam-packed. That's why I have to like work after this. But like, it's going to be like intense the 3 days. But you know what? 2 more days now, right?
There you go.
So, but yeah, it should be nice. It's just exciting because then like I have the weekend. So
birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend, and then I have my grad school interview as well on Thursday for the online master's in counseling. So I'm kind of nervous, and it happened so quickly. It just happened so fast. It literally happened in like a week. Like I applied I literally applied like on Friday, and like I already have an interview. So it's just like going really fast, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm prepared, but it's also like exciting because at least I got an interview, you know. So.
I was just gonna say an excellent sign. Like they wouldn't, you know what I mean?
I guess
That's amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you.
So
I know. I'll let
You're
you know.
Gonna kill it.
I know. Sorry, I haven't really talked to you about it. It's just that it's like literally, it happened like yesterday.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sure.
You're good at an interview, though. You're good at a Zoom. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I believe in you, sister. That's exciting, though. Keep us posted, obviously.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8:30 in the morning. So.
That's honestly good. Get it right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll just throw on. I don't have anything to wear though. That's the thing. So.
Just a top, you know.
Yeah.
I know. I don't. Yeah, I'll find something though.
Go shopping if you have to. There's always room. You know.
Time it. I'm sure it'll come in time.
True.
Maybe.
Han, how about you? What are you excited about?
So this is not as important as grad school, but I'm excited that all the leaves are turning. I don't know if they're turning by you guys yet. I just remember at school, I felt like they always turned very late in the season. So now that I'm being home, it's like some of the trees are already like losing their leaves, like completely already had like their peak, but it's really fun, especially again when we're on our trail. It's fun to see them all change. It's just so pretty, and the smell of leaves. It's a fun time.
Oh,
that's fun. So I thought the dog was gonna bark.
I was like, what are you saying?
So I just looked around.
Like, is someone in the room with you?
She never comes in the room when I'm doing this. Like she's normally outside, but she like wanted to lay here, so I was like, that's fine, but we have to be quiet, Willie. Good. Her ears are up, but she's fine. Han, that's very exciting. I agree. Another thing about Syracuse, the drive there was the most gorgeous thing I've ever experienced in my life. It was literally right up 81, and the whole place was just like the whole place. It was just gorgeous. It was just peak. It was like the perfect weekend to go. It was such a nice drive.
Oh, that's so nice.
Can't get enough fall energy. I'm so into it. Okay, what am I have a busy week as well. Lots of webinars and stuff that I've signed up for. I talked last week about how I'm trying to be more productive with my political activism and not as annoying about it. So these are some of the steps I'm taking. I wanted to share them, and I'll put links and stuff too. The first one is an election defender training, which I'm excited about. I think I'm doing tomorrow. It's kind of like poll watching, but I think it's like a more helpful version of that, where you're providing, because of coronavirus and COVID and everything, masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, and like waters to people in line in case lines are super long. I don't think in my area it's going to be as big a deal. Like, I think in big cities it's like most important, but I figured the training is a good thing to go through in case I don't get selected as a poll worker. I don't know how exactly that works. I put in an application. We'll see. But I'm doing that training. I'm also doing an equity and politics training, which are sessions that, I have a quote, they provide you with introductory tools for hosting equity-informed events. So I thought that's something we could do on the show with a bigger group if we wanted to do that. Discussing the importance of equity and events to electoral organizing, and to give you practical tips for in cultural context to promote equity and access to people with disabilities, which is an important aspect that I haven't considered much. So I think that'll be a really good learning experience. And finally, text banking. I think you're doing text banking too. I have a training for that this week, just to help out Biden-Harris campaign and to do what I can. Texting is easy. I didn't want to do the call one. Maybe one day. I don't know. We'll see. But like, we're in the home stretch. We only have a couple weeks. So like, now is the time to kick it into high gear. So I'm excited. My sister's getting involved. We might do the Women's March. I'll send you guys that stuff. There's one in Stroudsburg that's like an RBG kind of women's march. So there's lots of stuff going on and I'm very excited about it. But it feels good to like do something. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. Let's move on to realizations. Em?
Oh, yes, it's me again. Oh my gosh, I'm just so not used to like starting it off. Sure. So, in the words of Kevin Berga, out of sight, out of mind, which could be like a negative in some cases, but in this case, it's a positive.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep it
I was going to say, are we going to extrapolate, or is that just a little cryptic little teaser?
I'm just going to keep it there. I mean, you
like
can
that.
do as you wish with that quote.
Yeah. I think it's the power of like transforming your, like setting your own narrative. That's all part of it. It's all
exactly
connected. I love that. That's a great one. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, Hannah, let's do you now.
My realization is that I can't believe it's already October, and like the year's almost over. Thank God. And I'm hoping that 2020 brings joy and happiness back. Not to say that we didn't have a lot of it, but let's be real, this year's blue, and I'm excited for something better.
This year blows. No, you're right. It's true. I think it'll be such a just nice, even if things don't change too much, I think we're so much better equipped to handle how sucky things can be. So it'll just be a better year because of that.
Yes, exactly.
I'm with you. Good realization.
Thank you.
I have a good one this week that came courtesy of We the Urban on Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow this account. It's a great account. Lots of like little swipe through truths you need to face, or like, it reminds me of We're Not Really Strangers account in that it's like, oh,
it gets me every time.
It's like those kind of things where it's like, I kind of like, I needed to see this, but it's like, oof. But a good one came up today on my feed and I wanted to share it as my realization. Access to your energy is a privilege. Isn't that good? I just think it's like, again, kind of goes along with what you were saying, Emma, like the people we invite into our space, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, you are very much in control of who's in your life and what role they play and to what extent. And I just think it's important to keep that top of the mind so that you can live your best life.
I like that.
Yeah.
Remember, I feel like we have this conversation a lot where it's like, why waste so much time and energy on the people that like bring us down? And you would always say like, what was it? You said it all the time, like fill it with what brings you joy.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said? And I'm sorry if I just repeated you, but it's true. Your time is valuable and energy is valuable. So
right, you just don't have time. And I think it's not to say like certain relationships serve you at different times or whatever. Like, that's all true. And I think it's like sometimes there's more gray area than that. Like, certain relationships take work, blah, blah, blah. But I think all in all, you get to decide. It's an empowering message. It's my reminder. It's my realization of the week. I'm like getting very flustered. I think because I'm scared Willie was going to talk, and then I had to like read all those quotes, and now I'm just like nervous. I don't know what it is.
I have to be nervous about girls and stuff.
Just like out of my vibe. I don't know what it is. I think it's just been too long. Like, we need to be reunited in the flesh. Hopefully soon. Guys, I miss New York.
Sure.
Okay, let's move on to a segment that always never fails to cheer me right up.
Oh,
Swoon of the week.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you because you have a great this week.
Thank you. I'm so glad you know who it is too, because I didn't. So my swoon of the week is Justin Baldoni. I'm watching Jane the Virgin, which was on the CW, and I had no idea that was even a show. And so I'm watching it on Netflix. Oh my God. Wait. Like Yes.
You have a Netflix?
Oh, well, I have my, yes, sort of.
Yes.
I'm
She's
using
got a lot.
someone.
That's all I needed to know. Like, the rest
Oh,
of my
good.
life. This is big. Hold the phone.
Yes.
It's
At
been
first
a
I was
while,
like,
people.
this
Hannah
can't be
has finally
true. She
access
doesn't have
to a
Netflix.
Yes, also I have access to
You have
Netflix.
access. That's fine.
Yes, a big day in history for
Huge.
me.
Huge.
I finally caught on to what everyone's been on for a while. But anyway, nevertheless, I'm watching Jane the Virgin. First off, so cute, so good. It's like an American. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah. I only
Oh
watched
my god,
like season or so, but it was very good.
I loved it. It's like so funny and cute and emotional at times, but I love it. And Justin Baldoni plays like it's like dumb because he's like one of the two love interests, and the other love interest is so just not attractive, and I just like don't get it at all. But anyway, he's like, well, he was rich at the time. It doesn't matter. He's still handsome and so sweet, and he's just a dreamboat. He's got the scruff. He's tall.
The jawline through the scruff.
The jawline.
Like, it's a special thing.
Exactly, you get it. His smile is like $1 million. And there's one episode where he was like working out, and oh my god,
Very hot.
he's just a very hot guy.
I think I'm gonna say it. He's one that like he's like the intersection of like hot, but also cute and handsome as well.
Yes.
Like he's
which is very hard to find. Yes.
Very hard to find. There are very few people you can put in that category. I'm going to throw Nick Jonas in. He's my go-to. I think there's a few that you can put into that where they work for all three.
Mm-hmm.
But they are few and far between. It really is a challenge.
Thank you for bringing that up. I agree 100%.
Yes, I think it's a special kind of swoon, and I think it is. I would be remiss to not mention it here today. I have to say, I follow him on Instagram. Great follow. He's very fun. He has a cute little family. Like, it's freaking cute. But I recently learned a very fun fact through his Instagram. Turns out when he first moved to LA trying to get on a show, be an actor, like real deal celebrity, he got this random roommate. And that random roommate, who still was not yet famous and moved to LA to become famous, was Andy Grammer.
Wow.
So Andy Grammer and Justin Baldoni knew each other before they were famous. They roomed together, were trying to like make it in LA, Andy doing his music, Justin acting, and now fast forward a few like years later, they're big names. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just both made it. I think that's such a fun story, and I just want everyone to know it because I think, like, what are the odds? That's so fun.
Seriously, especially for both of them to make it. Like, you would think just one, but I love that.
Tough business, but they did it, and they did it together. There's just something very beautiful about that. I'm happy for their friendship, and it's just beautiful friendship to watch.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I made my swoon
No.
even harder.
Yes, like, it's so swoon worthy. I'm so into it. Yes, really, really strong. Okay, let's shift gears now to Emma's swoon of the week. Emma, tell us about your swoon.
I feel like my swoons every single week are jokes compared to your swoons, but mine are realistic swoons. Like, very realistic. I know Jake from State Farm may not seem realistic.
No, it is.
Anyway.
He hasn't emailed me back, but
oh man,
I'm trying to pitch him. I think he's playing a long game, and I got to get better at my pitches. I get that. I'm new, so I appreciate it.
I know, but I feel like he would totally come on to this.
He just got to open the email. The problem is he doesn't know to open it. Like, if he opens it, he's on, but I just got to get there. So we'll get there. But anyhow, go ahead.
Tom, the super host of our Airbnb. Like, what a freaking soul, because he's like, I'm gonna leave you guys muffins, linens, coffee, creamer. There's a winery 2 minutes that you can walk to. And I'm just saying, Tom was super cool on the phone too. He was like a hip dad. Like, he knew that we were coming, and he was like, we were of the younger age population, and he was like, yeah, do whatever. Like you have so much shit here to do. And I'm like, whoa, Tom.
So as clarification, he's like dad age.
That's what it sounded like.
Have we seen Tom? Like, do we know what Tom looks like, or is this just based on the voice? Tell us more about the voice.
I feel like he is bald.
Oh.
tell by the voice. Huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know
We
why.
have an episode
Bald is
dedicated to
beautiful.
that. Bald is freaking beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go.
I love that.
Full circle, if ever I heard it.
Well, we love Tom. Hopefully there's updates to come on that front. I'll email it to him, and if he opens it, I think he'll be happy. My swoon is quite specific, and it's a swoon that has truly he's the test of the time. What is that phrase?
Tail.
Tail.
Stood the
This
test
is a
of time,
swoon
yeah.
that has withstood the test of time, and he's just been a key player in my heart since as long as I can remember. Austin Ames, who of course is played by Chad Michael Murray in the iconic 2001 film A Cinderella Story. I actually don't know if it's 2001. I felt really confident until I said it out loud. It's around there. It's ballpark. That.
I'm surprised he hasn't showed up sooner in our swoon of the weeks. It's because that we talk about him a lot in our text group chat.
He's
what I'm
always
saying? Like, I feel like we always have this conversation.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what happened and why this is brought. There's two reasons. One, because it's October, and I very much consider A Cinderella Story a Halloween film because the main plot point revolves around the Halloween homecoming dance. So I don't think you can change my mind on that. It's a Halloween movie. That's number one. Number two, I got in the first fight I've ever gotten into with my friend / cousin. I guess my cousin / friend. We sometimes call each other friends. That seems lame the older we get. So we're friend cousins. I went over a couple weeks ago and we were having like a nice little fire moment, s'more moment, drinking some beers. Like we're cool now. And it somehow got brought up because I am who I am, and like Hilary Duff films are always just seem to come up. And she was like, yeah, that's fine, but we got to talk about the Selena Gomez Cinderella Story. And I was like, haha, funny joke, because that's a bad movie. Like, that's not a good comparison. Comparatively, it sucks. And you can't even put them on the same plane, let alone playing field. Like, they are just eons away from each other. And she was like, are you kidding? And I was like, are you kidding? So we're fighting about the movies, and then she goes, all right. But at least you can say that Drew Seeley is way hotter than Chad Michael Murray. And I got up from my chair and I grabbed my key. I was like, I can't be in your home anymore. Like, what is going on? How is that a real opinion? That's not an opinion. That's just a false thing to say. What?
So disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Disrespect. Like, I'm seriously still, this is weeks later, and I'm still very fired up about it because, like, how can you be? And then she was, like, pulling up photos of Drew Seeley and trying to be like, he's so hot. I was like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Drew Seeley is not a bad-looking guy, but he's an average-looking guy. You're not going to stop on the street and be like, holy shit, it's Drew Seeley. I mean, you would because it's Drew Seeley, but you're not going to be like, whoa, this is the hottest guy. Chad Michael Murray in his absolute prime, you're going to tell me that Drew, what the heck? Like, what is going on? So do you guys agree with me? I won't yell at you if you think Drew Seeley's hotter, I swear.
No.
Like, this is a safe space, but I just had to get it out.
100% Chad Michael Murray all the way.
I forgot that Drew Seeley was in that movie, to be quite honest.
That
the only
movie
thing I remember
is bad.
I know. The only thing I remember about that movie is the double mirror where they like dance.
That was sexy. I'll give it to you. That movie had some heat that the Hilary Duff version didn't have. I'll give it that.
But I just feel like the original, like, why would they? I feel like they don't play the second one as much. It's always like either the Chad Michael Murray one, right? And my point, and like, or that other stupid one that they made.
Right, there's another one. There's another one,
but I've never even watched.
Lucy Hale, Once Upon a Song.
Yeah, I think that's it.
You can't mess around like the Hilary Duff Cinderella Story is one of the most iconic films of our generation. I'm gonna say it. I think that's the movie I've seen the most number of times out of all films ever, because it's just so like it never gets old. It's so good.
You even did an RA program.
Safe drinking Halloween program. It was phenomenal. I had a great turnout, and that's a hard program to get turnout to. You know what I'm saying? The turnout wasn't great because it was the second year, not the first. But the point is, it doesn't matter. It was a great movie. It is a great movie, and I just think the disrespect. I used to get in fights in high school, not like real fight. I used to fight in school, but like there was a group of girls who I'm no longer on speaking terms with, not because of this, but I think maybe because of this, who genuinely thought the Selena Gomez one was better, and I'm like, I cannot get behind. I just can't get behind it. Maybe I should edit that. It wasn't nice to say. We grew apart. But the point is, that movie sucks, and the disrespect. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. Austin Ames is such a worthy swoon, and I just want to celebrate him this October.
Amen.
Thank you. You guys gave me like a lot. I didn't know how badly I needed to talk about that, so thank you. Let's transition now into a little bit of content catch-up. What are we watching, reading, listening to? Emma, I'm throwing it back to you.
Sure. So usually I don't do books on this podcast because I don't read.
Did she freeze?
So often.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh.
You're like a little frozen. I can still hear you, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are frozen for me.
But you can hear me?
I can hear you. Am I moving?
Nope.
No. Oh, now you are.
You're good.
Oh! Okay, I'm gonna, where should I start off from?
Just say the part about how you don't read.
Okay. Well, I don't read, so usually I don't usually say books on here. But anyways, I have a little mystery action going on. It's called Then She Was Gone. I got it from the Amazon bookstore here in Norwalk. It's kind of nice because like there's only like a limited amount of choices that you can kind of go from, and you're like, you know what? Just go for it. Yeah. And if you have the Prime discount, it's like $5 book. So
nice.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the premise of this book is that a daughter disappears one day.
Wow.
And basically they find the body, which is weird. Don't know if it's really her body yet, not sure. But then the mother, a few years later, gets with this family / guy, like in a relationship. Yeah. And the daughter is similar to her daughter who disappeared.
Ooh.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Intrigue.
Yeah, I'm only halfway through, but
all right.
Yeah, mysteries are kind of cool. Sometimes mysteries take a while to get into, but then I'm like, oh.
You got to find out.
Yeah.
Who done it? Right. That's a great pick. I think good for the spooky season, even, I would go so far.
Oh, you're so right. Didn't even think about that.
Very on brand. Happy for you, Em. That's a good one.
Yeah, Hannah, that's not how it goes. Well, I already said it, but Jane the Virgin, we're almost done. We actually have like 3 episodes left. So it left out a cliffhanger right before we actually start filming this. So I'm eager to see how it ends.
She's got to get back.
But I'm sad, but I don't want to steal your thunder, but like your cue is one of them is definitely in mine. Emma actually called me and was like, you need to watch the show.
Say it. Just say it now. Let's begin.
Emily in Paris.
Excellent. I watched one episode and it's cute. Like I could tell it's going to be cheesy, but I live for that. I think it's the same producer as Sex and the City. So that's cool to see.
Right. Yeah.
From what I see, like the fashion is fun. Like she dresses cute. Lots of hot guys already. So that's thrilling. She's like a social media person. It's just cool. It's going to be a fun vibe. I'm very into it. A little raunchy because it's like, it can be because it's Netflix. So that's fun, you know? Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? Oh, my point about Lily Collins that I made on Snapchat earlier today. Lily Collins is the kind of person, like I can never quite tell if it's her. And it's interesting because I think she has very distinctive features. Like her eyebrows are distinctive. And I think we all want those eyebrows. I get it. Like she's great. She recently got engaged, unrelated to the eyebrows, whatever. He must be, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, I look at her in every movie she's ever been in, every show, and I'm like, wait, is it her? Like I always doubt because I feel like there's so many people that kind of look like Lily Collins that like I doubt what Lily Collins even actually looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? People have been replying that like they know what I mean. I want you to see it and watch it.
Kind of a little bit.
Because I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, fun, like a new Lily Collins show. And then I'm watching the actual show and I'm like, wait, is it her? Like, and I had to look up the cast to make sure because I was like, that's not her. It just looks like her. But then I was like, no, it's like straight up her. Anyway, that's just something I was thinking about. So I'm curious if you have the same reaction when you watch.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll binge it fast. Like, I think we'll be done with it by next week from what I've heard. So.
Okay.
So glad you're on Netflix now. Holy cow, this is a freaking game changer.
I know.
The conversations we can have.
I know.
I'm sorry. Anyway, no, great pick. Another thing in my queue, The Social Dilemma, but I'm also know that I probably have you guys seen The Social Dilemma? Heard about it?
It's familiar, I think.
Lots of people have been like, you got to watch it. It'll make you delete every social media account that you have. Like it. So I think I maybe shouldn't watch it. I don't know. I think it's going to be very troubling when I do, but it's also good to like be informed and all that, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I'm like debating whether I should watch it or not. I was told that like you got to really pay attention. It's not like have it on in the background kind of thing. It's like a documentary. You got to sit and pay attention and then be terrified and delete everything. So we're going to see if that's the road I take. I think it depends. Like how
is it
close
a series or is it a movie?
It's just a documentary. Yeah, like a one-part thing from what I understand. I'm not
So it's about like how bad social media is?
Yeah, and how like companies use social media to manipulate you on a regular basis, and how like we're not thinking for ourselves. Like we think in terms of Instagram now. Like we don't think with our brains. Kevin Verga, I would love to do. We should watch it and have Kevin Verga do it.
Yeah, you should. That should be his like homework assignment or something.
Yeah, that would be good. Anyway, so that's another thing in my queue. I can't really speak on it because I haven't watched it, but I plan to, maybe, question mark. Another thing, though, that I watched recently that was so cute and fitting for the time, You've Got Mail. Did you guys ever see? I've never seen You've Got Mail.
I've seen that before. It is a good fall movie.
Classic I think as quintessential a rom-com as you can get.
It's cute.
Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. Is there a more iconic pair? I'm not quite sure. It was cute, but I do have, like, an issue with it. Do you want to hear? I think Tom Hanks's character is kind of an ass. Like, I would not have just... Like, listen, so if you know the movie, the spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, don't listen because I'm going to give away the whole point of the movie. So Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks meet on the internet in a chat room. They don't know who each other are, and they fall in love in this chat room. And whatever. It's a long time span, this movie, but blah, blah, blah. Tom Hanks finds out that Meg Ryan is the woman in the chat room. Okay. But Meg Ryan doesn't know it's Tom Hanks. So then for, months... in this movie, Tom Hanks, knowing that he's talking to Meg Ryan, they know each other in real life. Am I explaining this well? I'm sorry. I'm, really starting to flail, but are you following? Okay. So Tom Hanks is, knowingly manipulating Meg Ryan into being oh, say this next. He said what? Pretending he's not the guy she's talking to in these emails. Also, interesting through line in today's episode, email relationships with people you know in real life but don't know that they're the person you're talking to online. A Cinderella story. Holy crap. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Is that an inspiration point? Wait a minute. Did anyone ever analyze a Cinderella story versus You've Got Mail? I feel like this is similar. Next week on the h.e.r.LIFE BLOGCAST, we'll be talking.
I was going to say, let me write my report and then we'll let you know.
Seems like a blog post is coming soon because this might be a great idea. Anyhow, I just thought it was very manipulative of him. And then there's this big romantic scene in this garden where she's waiting for him and she's finally going to meet the guy. And it turns out, oh, surprise, it's Tom.
Oh, that's trippy.
And she just cries and then they kiss and it's the end. And I was I'd be like, bitch, what? Are you kidding? I'm sorry I said that. And it's such a weird, I don't even know. I'm sorry, that was the worst synopsis of the film.
Where they're also rival bookstore owners or something too at the same time, right?
She's a very small town bookstore. His corporation literally runs her out of business. He has stolen her livelihood. And he steals her heart. It's a beautiful thing. But she still doesn't get to live her dream and own the children's bookshop. He took everything from her and then kind of gaslit her into thinking she was crazy. I freaking hate a gaslighter. I'm fired up. But you know what? I did like the movie, so I don't know how I feel. This is very back and forth. I'm sorry, guys.
This is a very good blogcast for you to vent a lot of feelings.
No, I'm discovering that I had a lot of pent up stuff that I needed to talk out. So thank you guys, first of all. But the movie is very cute, fall vibes. Don't you just love fall in New York? Didn't I sound like Meg Ryan there? I've been practicing. So anyhow, if you're into it, check it out. I rented it on Amazon Prime and it was a good $2.99 to spend to brighten up a Tuesday. This is who knows where we'll get to next. I think, okay, that's all of our regular segments. Now let's transition into the real fun stuff. Should we sing the entire birthday song, Emma? No, that would be weird.
No, let's not do that.
Emma.
Happy birthday.
Really spiraling. It's giving me the Bald is Beautiful episode level of rich unprepared. I'm really sorry. This is just who we are. But Emma, I'm very excited it's your birthday. This is big because I associate your 23rd birthday in a lot of ways with the start of the blog because we did an episode back then for that.
Oh my gosh.
Remember? And we talked about like all other celebrities that were 23, and I thought, oh, I got a great idea. Like, I'm gonna look up some celebrities that are 24, but like it'd just be the same list. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, they'd be the exact same people.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
But
Wow,
anyway,
holy moly.
yeah, so I just think
Circle.
it's cool to like track through now, however, like 30 some episodes later, you're a year older. Are we better at this? I don't know, but it's more fun now.
We're more comfortable now.
Yeah, now it's like we don't even prepare before we just about.
Yeah, this one was.
No, but anyway, I'm excited. I was reflecting on your birthday last year. We went to a beautiful brunch at Carol's place. There's nothing like it. I would do anything to do a bottomless brunch with you guys.
Carol's place just takes you to another level.
True, in all ways. We went to Victoria's Secret. It was a whole.
Oh my god!
That was
I
a
was just
fun
thinking
day.
about that the other day.
We
for
became
some
women that
reason.
day.
We did a lot that day.
We ended up
We
at Phantom of
did.
the Opera that day.
Oh my god.
That's freaking crazy. That was the wildest day. I had so much fun. Anyway, Emma, do you have any intentions or goals, resolutions for your 24th year? Let's talk
So
about it.
I'm intrigued because now I'm going to go back to our first episode and see what I said because I'm wondering if I'm going to say the same thing, which would be sad. Like,
no, I think.
Or maybe that's just my life motto. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There you go.
Anyways,
I
I
should
think.
have queued up a clip. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll listen to it and like after this. That would be interesting. I forgot that was our first episode. Holy moly. I think first and foremost, especially for this year, is obviously like good health and like wishing good health on like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's like, it's like, okay, take the necessary precautions and everything and be smart about it. It's just like, get your flu shot. That I was like on my number one list. I'm like, you know what? Turn 24, flu shot. That says something about the year. Am I right? Listen, my brain's like a little bit spastic right now too. So
join the club. Like this is
age 24, you get a little, off the knocker.
I mean, you just turned 24. What's the first thing you're gonna do? I'm gonna
Get a flu. Whoa, that's settled down. That's a little wild.
Reel it in there, Spoldi, all right?
But like I said, I feel like
23 anymore.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying though. But like, I feel like when you're turned 24, like you're actually like an adult and you think about like things like that, like old people stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or at least that's what I think that you should act like. Who knows? I don't really know.
No, I think that's a fair point. I think it's good to be health conscious this year of all years.
Exactly. And I think especially in your 20s, it's like you're learning so much, obviously outside of the classroom. I feel like that, at least you guys probably could understand this. Like you learn just all academics in school, etc. But I think a big life goal or like big step coming out of college is like you're kind of now learning about yourself more in ways that you just didn't understand or you thought that you knew, but it's totally different now. Yeah. So I think the important thing is just always go back to like your roots and like who you know that you are. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I want to just like stay true to myself no matter what, even if like society says like, oh yeah, 24, it's a big number or something like that. So I just want to make sure that I always stay true to myself, my roots, but also like learn about myself in new ways and challenge myself at the same time.
I love that.
I love that.
I feel like so excited for you to experience this year.
Thank you. And then of course, just like my tattoo says, just be grateful for every moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for you, Emma.
Oh.
Now I would like to dive into a little bit of horoscope reading. Would you like to hear?
I love a good horoscope reading.
I'm really I'm not a huge horoscope person. I think that maybe that is going to be a thing that I become more interested in just because why not? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a fun thing. So I'm going to read your October 2020 horoscope. I want you to flag me down with maybe a hand gesture or an amen or some kind of indication if you think it applies to you particularly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's make it interactive. I just don't want to read
Sure.
the graph alone.
Okay. I'm excited.
Celebrate your wins, Libra. Woo. Just give me like a woo.
Woo!
Woo!
You learned a lot about how you can care for your financial health with money-minded Pluto spending half the year in retrograde.
Honestly, true though.
Mhm.
I've been into my finances lately, especially since I have to finance my own grad school. It's like, okay, let's put this in perspective here. You're so right.
Zodiac, it's real. Okay. So talking about Pluto money, the smallest planet stations direct in Capricorn, whatever that means, on October 4th. So think about that, helping you better understand how to move forward. October 4th is probably when you found out about your interview, just so you know. Because that was yesterday.
No, it's actually about that other,
Oh, okay. Tell me.
like a relationship. How fitting.
Okay.
How fitting.
Horoscopes, baby. They're real. Okay. When was the last time you enjoyed a quiet moment, Libra? Take some time to slow down and quiet your thoughts starting October 13th, coming up right after your birthday, when inner growth ruling Mercury stations retrograde in
I have no clue what that means.
perceptive
Me neither.
Scorpio. What I get from
That's
that.
me. I'm a Scorpio.
Holler! We got a Scorpio
There you
in the
go.
house.
Yo.
It's just like chill. Make sure that you journal after your birthday. That's all I get from that.
What does
You got
what
that
does
from
retrograde
that?
mean? Like, what is retrograde?
Retrograde is a Maggie Rogers song that freaking slaps. That's really all I know right now. I know that when Mercury's in retrograde, as we said,
It's like
things
going
go to
backwards,
hell.
right?
Things are bad. Why is the Earth
Oh.
ending? Because Mercury's in retrograde. Why did I text that guy? Because Mercury's in retrograde. I just know this from the internet.
Yeah.
I like to be
Okay.
informed that way. I'll let you know if I find anything more. Sarah Brown should be doing this. Like, Sarah's into it. She understands. I had co-star for half a day once, and it made me stressed, so I deleted it. Let's continue, shall we? Anyway, just enjoy quiet moments, Libra. That's what that last point was all about. Invest a part of your day towards meditation or journaling, getting in touch with your inner voice. What's your inner voice saying? Happy birthday.
Get a flu shot.
Get a flu shot.
It's true.
That was freaking good. That was so good. Hannah, you're on fire. Okay. Inner voice
Thank
flu
you.
shots. You're getting recharged and ready to go on to October 16th when the career overseeing moon, that's moon with a capital M, take it as you will, the career overseeing moon begins a new phase in team-oriented Libra.
Will I get into grad school that day?
Maybe. Set an intention to focus on a new skill or improve your relationships with colleagues. Get on LinkedIn, post a video. I don't know, like, we'll see. Okay, what's next? You could be ready to collaborate on an exciting new opportunity. I'm excited for you. Are you prepared to take a closer look at your relationship with the physical world?
Sure am.
You bet your bottom dollar she is. You may have a realization about your ties to material objects beginning October 22nd when the sun, again, capital S, makes his way, male personified, into your second house of finances, values, and possessions. Did you know that's what your second house contained?
No,
I
it's
didn't
kind
even
of
know you had a first
frightening.
house.
I know, it's kind of frightening. But
I wonder
okay.
what's in your first house.
I know, what the heck?
So
Only you
definitive.
can decide.
It's like it's very specific. It's like stressing me out.
Welcome to horoscopes, baby. All right, this is the last point. It's okay to enjoy pleasure from tangible things. Just make sure you found balance. Balance.
A Libra is a balance scale.
That's my
That's great,
Libra.
Rach. I feel like this should be part of, like, horoscopes should be part of our...
Maybe that should be part of the intro segment. We'll each read a blurb of our horoscope.
I love that. I love
Let's do it.
Okay, done.
I actually used to look at my horoscope a lot when I was younger, and I used to like not live by it, but I would always like correlate it. Like if something good happened and it said it, I was like, oh my god, like
My horoscope.
My horoscope.
My horoscope's so right.
My horoscope. No, I love that. I remember like vivid memories of reading like J14 and Tiger Beat and there being like a horoscope section, but it would like depend on your sign which one you got. Like sometimes you would get a finance one if you like save your birthday money, big purchases on the way, or sometimes it would be like family or whatever, and I would only care when it was like love. Like there was little like 12-year-old me being like, your crush will say hi on October 17th. And I'd be like, holy shit, I don't look up on October 17th. Like but I would only care if it was love stuff. Otherwise I was like, this is fake. I don't care. Like money isn't real. Horoscopes. But if it was love, I was like really into it. So like what has changed? Nothing. I'm still the same way. But I like this idea that we can really incorporate horoscopes. I think the fact that none of us know what we're talking about really adds a level.
We should just try to like assume and then like maybe keep a log if we're okay, that sounds a lot, but like
we can like reflect on the previous week, like did it come true? And
yes, let's
on October
do that.
16th, did that happen? October 22nd, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put tabs on those things that you said, Rachel, those specific dates. Like do a little star in my calendar.
That's my girl. Anyway, if we're going to try to make a tie to the beginning of the episode, which you know I love a full circle, perhaps this has everything to do with our realizations about, you know, manifestation. We didn't say that explicitly, but inviting certain energies into your life. If your horoscope says something good's going to happen, frickin' believe it, and it will.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. There's a connection there. It's all connected.
Chakras.
I guess I will finish by saying, Emma, I hope you have the most fantastic birthday, but more importantly, the most fulfilling year. I think this is a really fun transitional time, and I don't know, I'm excited to be on the journey with you and to see what this year brings for the three of us.
Yes.
We love you.
I'm so excited.
We love a birthday special.
Yay.
Sorry I kind of went off the rails in this episode. I wish you had a more polished version, but honestly,
I like it. This is us.
This is us, baby. Give us a show on NBC. Okay, let's do our side. I forgot to do this last week also. I just completely blanked. Anyhow, if you like what you're hearing, be sure to follow us on Spotify or subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, feel free to rate and review. I say that every freaking week and nobody ever does. So just do it, guys. That'd be so fun. Also, I'm going to start making fake accounts just so I can like and rate and review my own show. Come on, guys. Come on. You can also find us on Instagram at h.e.r.LIFE. This week we'll have fresh content featuring Mama Spols, and I'm excited about it. So is she. You can also read blog posts at www.h.e.r.life.online. And for behind-the-scenes videos that usually come out on Tuesdays, except for when I forget and put them on Wednesdays or Thursdays, you can just go to our YouTube channel. Just search my name, Rachel Malak, on YouTube. I think that's all I got. We can do our outros now.
I'm Hannah Logerfo.
I'm Emma Spoldi.
And I'm Rachel Malak, and this has been the h.e.r.LIFE BLOGCAST.